It's catchy. You can't help yourself.
You can't help but freaking throw up the devil hands and say, "I see you. I see you.
All right. Well, good evening to you. It's Friday night,
I
which means
see
we
you,
start the party.
Charles. I see you, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you. And you're a good person, and we all love you.
Oh
Some
my.
of us like you more than love. Maybe I said love. Maybe that was too much. But
It
we
might have
all
been.
really like you.
Might have
That
been.
might be even weirder. We all
I'm going to go
really
with the idea.
like
It's
you.
Friday night and it's time for Guitar Safari.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Being very expressive with my
Yeah,
face.
really. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. So we've got a topic tonight. Great songs you never want to hear again, right? So those songs that either have been overplayed on the radio or in movies too much or part of commercials,
Correct.
those kind of
So
things. So there's some
it,
songs that you actually like, but you're just done hearing them because they've been overplayed.
or you hear it and you like it in the moment and you're like, fuck, this song's great. Oh, but remember, this was hella overplayed.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would qualify too, because I think a lot of stuff is maybe not overplayed now, but boy, when it hit, it was just Green Day Brain Stew. When that song came out, it was just all you could hear, especially here in the Bay Area. It was on every rock and roll channel. So you literally switch the channels and it would be on 3 channels.
Well,
So,
yeah, and there's those songs that you don't even have. You just have to hear the name of the song, and the whole song rolls through your head, and you can't turn it off.
suddenly, if you're having trouble trying to sleep, you're counting sheep and running out. Time ticks by. Oh, that's a different song. That's not Brain Stew, but that's their other hit that is also, you hear it and you're like, oh my God, I know every word to this. Why? But I can't remember my uncle's birthday.
Well, it's because your uncle's birthday has been played on the radio like 9,000 times.
That's true. That would be very helpful. I could remember a lot more shit if they'd play it over and over and over.
Well, let's stop there and see who's in the chat. Don't
Who
you
showed
agree,
up? Who's
Sherman?
hanging with us? And as we do that, I will open up my almanac Love IPA. I've been waiting all week. Haven't touched
There you go. Well, first in the chat,
a bit of alcohol.
Coons.
Oh, what? If he was here first, that's unheard of.
First.
He was here first because he was hanging out with a bunch of other people on his chat and then shut it down and came here first.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then Cushman NYC, welcome in.
Cheers, pup.
And Zach NYC. And you may not know this, Seth, but say Zach Song's birthday. Happy birthday, Zach.
What up, Zach? It was good to see you at the Dealio.
Mm-hmm.
And if you only those that know what the Dealio is know what the Dealio is, but it's also known as the Buffalo Dealio. But in California, we just say the Dealio.
And Time Surfing Alien here with us.
This tastes like my other friend is in here, Charles.
Focus.
Where have you been all week?
And Paul McNary and 42 Cats.
Yes, finally.
The cats are having friends over.
A number that that you should have around. And then you want to send them out on their cat missions. So you keep about 12. But 42 is a good, would you call it a cat conference number?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, why not?
Kitty
and
conference.
Patrick Trice is saying good AA.
Good A. What up, PT? The way it should be. When he's talking to you, he's also talking to me because he's talking to us.
And our buddy Earl Cold Eye, who we got to see in person at the Water Buffalo meeting, and it was great.
Earl Cold Eye
wants to know what we're drinking tonight.
Oh, we might be late to the game. Hazy IPA by Almanac, which is a local brewery. Which, unfortunately, I went down to the brewery that's like less than a mile. It's a half mile from my house, and the beers weren't great.
Yeah, and I was having margaritas.
They were good
an hour ago.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, Charles has had a personal day.
Yeah,
sometimes you need to.
You take one.
You gotta, or you'll feel sick later. So that's the thing. You're probably saving yourself. You're probably making yourself work more because you're taking good care of yourself.
I don't. Oh,
in the long run.
it's not what my wife told my mother this morning.
Well,
This morning,
not that you're taking good care of yourself.
told me I wasn't taking care of myself, so my mother would yell at me.
Some bullshit. You know what it is? The more good shit you do for yourself, then suddenly you gotta fucking aspire to some level that's like, I have very little sugar, right? And throughout the day, very little. And then at the end of the day, I want to have some sugar. Does it gotta come with some insults? Apparently.
Well, we got Big Wave Dave, and he's followed by Nelson Rodriguez.
Big Wave Dave.
And so welcome in, Nelson. Appreciate you. And he's given us a clue on a song. He's
Nelson, I don't know Nelson, but now I do. Nelson, what the hell?
Randy Crooks is here with us.
Randy's the man.
Randy may have ordered another guitar. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Well, I was
not letting anything else go.
I was chatting with Randy earlier today, as we often do, us chatters. And yeah, he was saying he might add another one to the stables here, and see if he wants to let everybody know what. I don't like to. I don't get in the business.
All right,
but it is Randy.
But there's something on the way apparently. And Randy Hall saying hello to his music in-laws. And
wait, Randy Hall, Ryan Hall,
Did I say
Ryan Hall?
Wow.
It's fine. Yeah. It's okay.
Ryan Hall, our favorite music in-laws.
Ryan, we love you. But we like you a lot.
And Michael B is in the chat. Michael B, he knows I got a package the other day, and so we need to do an unboxing and
nice.
And do that. So
Michael B is the man. That is fantastic.
What a great guy. Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
So maybe I'll get them together on a thing. We could do the unboxing on a stream.
I figure if somebody was through the show, I sold the guitar today. I told you that, but at the green room because I was so stoked. And I told Randy too, but I didn't even really look at the name. But I figure if it was a friend of the show in any way, they would have dropped that to get some kind of discount. But they were already getting so much of a discount that it was kind of. Let me see what this guy's name is.
And Michael Krause is here with us. Hello there. See if we and Hip Metalworks has made his way in. Hello from the West Coast.
Steven.
And General Admission has made his way in. Hello there. How you doing?
What? I love General Admission. That is fantastic.
He's right out there down the street from you.
Oh man, what? You're up here in the Northern California?
Yeah, Brett. That's Brett.
Oh, well, so he's changed his thing now.
He has changed his name. Yeah, he's changed his name from General Admission
to update me. What was it before?
From Octopus Ears.
So, dude, you gotta text me if you're changing your shit because I got you in my phone as Octopus Ears. So I get it. We all need to update our shit now and then. Luckily for me, mine is Presley, California Custom. So I don't really need to update that very much. But I also don't do weird shit. I want to do another channel. I tried to add another channel the other day and I wasn't able to. So yeah.
There you go. And welcome in, Ryan, OU812.
Oh, okay. Let me put down my beverage. Oh, U812. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, hold on, Ryan.
And we got Blue Mox in the chat here. Hello. And just Murr. Matt McCall from McCall Music has made his
What up, Matt? Wasn't he there at the Buffalo too, or no?
Yes, he was.
Nice.
And
there's a lot of people there. It got a little bit weird. You had to scroll down to see everybody.
We got Rico B.
Rico B. Yeah. Nice.
And
my brother's daughters got me saying noise instead of nice.
Well, Trev is here in the chat with us. Hello there.
Nice.
And I thought I saw a Charles Green sighting. Hello there, Charles.
Oh shoot, we got a shredder in the house. We got Hammer on Royalty hanging out with us.
This is
and
Todd
he doesn't
Presley
even
guy in the chat.
Holy shit, we got Hammer Time royalty hanging out in the house. Todd Presley can
Todd
dance.
Presley.
I just want people to know. He
Todd,
might be a white
I
man.
think you're responsible for a lot of what I'm having to deal with right now.
Todd Presley is, yes, he is. He is responsible because I had to try to act cool to be as good as Todd Presley. So I always act out, Charles.
And Paul's,
Anyway.
of course, we said hello to Paul. That's right. I'm so sorry.
Paul McNary. But we can always
you
double up.
You love having Paul.
You know what a double up is, Charles? When you're buying crack. No, I didn't figure that you probably would just, that's a thing. You buy a certain amount of crack cocaine and they give you double. It's crazy. And you're like, what? A double? What, twice as much if I spend $70?
Dave.
There's some good deals in the crack world.
And Dwight Bailey is in the chat.
What up, Dwight? Yes.
So that is we now said hello to everybody. So
nice.
Seth, I think we should maybe wander on the topic, possibly.
Well, I was thinking because there's a new person in our chat, and it also correlated with one of the songs. It's an earworm that I love. That I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number. Call me, baby. Before you came into my life, it's just so bad. Oh my God, so good.
I think 4 people just left.
If I could get that on repeat, please. Just so bad. All right, I guess you guys know where my mind is at with the pop. Like, you know, I'll put on Iron Maiden, but not before I listen to what's her name, Miley Ray or something silly, some kid.
So you know, we are talking about those songs. Those songs they're great songs, but you don't really want to ever hear them again because you've heard them too much,
right? Or when you hear them again and you like them again, you think to yourself, "Oh, that shit was played out back in the day." Stone Temple Pilots was played out back in the day. They would play it every minute. Down. Where are the dogs to buy me?
Sorry, so you mentioned a couple. One that I've just heard way too many times, and every time, and I like the song, but every time I hear it, now it's stuck in my head, right? Because I've heard it so much. You can hear one note and it's going to play forever, right?
Oh boy! Oh, don't say it then.
So, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh,
it's fun.
I wasn't thinking.
It's a fun song. It's a lot of fun. However,
doesn't it start out with "You and me, babe"? Hey, something like that. Like they're screaming at each other in the beginning. There's that whole kind of thing.
But that song is one that I've heard over and over again. Some people, folks, have been dropping some in the chat here.
Nice.
And so let me see. So Patrick Trites, the one great song he never wants to hear again would be "Stairway to Heaven."
Yep, I get it. I haven't heard it that much. It became so taboo that people actually stopped playing that.
Yeah, well, hence the forbidden riff, right?
Right? I mean, you don't hear it that much.
And then the song that musicians everywhere get tired of because everyone's always asking for it, "Freebird."
Oh yeah, "Freebird" for a lifetime. Oh, so here's the thing. Any song that some public person asks for, they're I don't know, want to seem like a jerk, but they're probably an asshole. Like if you're playing in a band and somebody comes up and they're play this song. I don't know, man. I feel like people that do that oftentimes aren't doing it because they're so into what you're doing or whatever that they just want to like challenge you with something or see if you can play what they're playing. I might be off base. I bet some people at some points have been having a total, hey, you guys should play this because it's in their vein and they thought that it would sound great and they probably knew it. But I'm thinking of like, I'd have had people a few times when I was an open micer say, play blah, blah, blah. And you're like, what the fuck? No. Obviously, an open micer is a completely selfish endeavor. So why would you call out something for me to please you when I'm here to please me? Like, come on.
How dare you get in the way of my
dare you, right? Get in the way of my awesomeness. Just sit down. It's coming your way.
Oh my. That's too much.
Too much.
Well, Earl, I was reading the comments ahead of the show, and Earl says he got infected with the earworm. Every time he hears Feliz Navidad, he hears the lyric change to "The police have a dog."
Police towed my car. Is the
Right,
one that we
and
sing.
he can't stand to hear this song,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then he says, now you're infected with this earworm, and so I read that, and he's right. Now instead of Feliz Navidad, I'm hearing the police have a dog.
The police stole. I think the police towed my car is the one that I always sing, but I never sing. I know exactly what you're saying.
And then Nelson Rodriguez is, we put this one up here a while back, but Enter Sandman. He didn't like it then, and he doesn't like it now.
We talked about the other day, or maybe I talked about it with a student, maybe because I remember the first time that I heard Enter Sandman when it was first released, like the day it came out, right? The manager for my band Unjust had built the garage that the album Garage Days was recorded in. So he had a Metallica connection. And we were like on deck to get it. Like the minute that it came on, I remember hearing that riff at the first, and I remember hearing the dun, 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 and everything was fucking. I was like having tears and looking at God. And then it came into the part where it said, "Now I lay me down to sleep, and I pray the Lord." And me and my friends were kind of like, "Huh? And then the solo's a little weak, but still, I mean, it's still Kirk Hammett solo. And then
but for a lot of people, that is a great and wonderful song, right?
I love that song.
Popular for them, and so
yeah,
I guess
it just had to grow.
Yep. Our buddy Randy Crooks is saying, it still is Freebird for him because he heard it at least 10 times a day for 4 years while he was in the Marine Corps.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Freebird. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I can sing the guitar solo note for note, that's a problem. But yeah.
Michael B's got to going up. Black Hole Sun, way too overplayed on the radio.
So on MTV, overplayed. One of the most overplayed videos, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was very artsy and cool and, metal. But yeah, that was too much. Crazy. Black Hole Sun, won't you come? But he was so good. Chris Cornell. I broke my thumb flipping Chris Cornell off. I was on top of the crowd, flipping him off, because that's what you do when you're on top of a crowd, right? And not in a bad way, like, hey, fuck you, I like you. And then I got thrown over towards the stage. All the people threw me, and then I caught my hand on the edge of the stage, broke my thumb.
Yep. Well, General Admission's got an interesting one because it's not one I've thought of in this way before. But SRV's Tightrope.
Yeah, I was gonna say some SRV songs. Some of them, I mean, they're still great. They're so good, but some of them are just you've heard them a lot.
Right. It is. Tightrope. It's a good song, but I don't think about it being overplayed. But I guess depending on where you were, maybe it was.
Crossfire was more.
Crossfire is the one that I would think of as being overplayed. But again, it's not overplayed to the point where I don't want to hear it.
But it made me want to figure out that where you bend up and come down with your pinky onto the whatever, that right there. Everybody knows you do this right there. And so I had to figure that out because of that song. But
see, now I'm gonna have to break out the Stevie and play that song again and see if I can see it the way he does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like that tone on that song in particular because it's not super dirty, but it's just gritty and clean and great. It's not super dirty.
I think what the really interesting thing about this topic is the songs that you love, right? It's songs that you love, but you could go the rest of your life without hearing it again because of that.
I could go the rest of my life without hearing.
Right. So the one for me that when we were first talking, we were going back and forth in our texts about what the topic was going to be.
Yep.
Song immediately came to my head was Survivor's Eye of the Tiger.
Oh shit! I play that one too many times every week
Yeah.
to let that one go. But yeah, that is played out for sure. Because it's the movie theme and just everybody used it.
The movie thing, and then everybody used it. It was on the radio all the time, and then we used in every workout video forever. And you couldn't get
Rising
away.
up. Now I can't. You can't say that and then not sing the first verse. If somebody says Survivor in a if you say it in a elevator, if you say rising up, I bet you 3 people will go back on the street.
Yeah, someone's gonna sing the next part of the lyric.
All you have to say is rising up, or people are gonna look at you and say, "Oh my God, he's a weird religious guy." Stay away. He's starting a cult.
BC Rich has a song. What do you think his might be?
BC Rich's song? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He's a bassist, so they're weird people. I'm just kidding.
Brown Eyed Girl.
Yep.
I can see that one.
Yep. I love it because it also was a song that was kind of like a little bit about my ex-girlfriend, who's oddly enough is the only girlfriend out of all the other ones that I still stay in contact with as friends. Like when I was 18 or 20 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that song was kind of related to because she had brown eyes and whatever. Could never hear it again. That'd be okay. Yeah. Thank you, BC. Yes, that works for me.
And then I love this. He came back a couple later with Anything by the Eagles. Anything.
Anything. Yeah, the Eagles. There was a couple of CDs. There was actually one CD that my brother personally had, Hotel California, probably an Eagles Greatest Hits CD that my brother threw out of a minivan while driving with my birth father, who was overplaying my dad was overplaying the Eagles.
And one of the things that we didn't really think about was when we're doing the topic was the idea of, when you add in the fact that guys that gig and play, right? Guys that play guitar a lot.
Right.
You add that dimension to it too, because they're
playing songs a lot.
These songs, yeah.
Right. Yeah. What song? Yeah. Okay. That would be
like when you look at the kind of the list of some of the songs we've already talked about,
Seven Nation Army.
Ryan OU812 is right there, right? Sweet Home Alabama. That was one of the ones that ran through my mind as well.
Yep.
Freebird, everyone knows well, and Hotel California.
Yep.
But I don't mind Hotel California so much because, especially if it's been a long time since I've heard it. Now, if I've just heard it, I don't need to hear it again for a while.
If I hear do 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 to the beginning, I'm like click or Alexa skip. It's just too much, man. I know I've been actually down a dark desert highway. Cool breeze in my hair. Like I lived that. I pulled over. It was crazy. Michael Krause was there.
I don't know what to do with that, Seth. I just
saying Michael Krause was there. He says Michael Krause says Free Falling was overplayed. Hold on, I'll show it. Yeah, I agree with that. Underplayed, Running Down a Dream.
Here you go. Yeah, and let's see. General Admission says Going Down by Anyone.
By anyone.
Any of the covers of it, I guess.
Right. Oh, I'm trying to think of the song Going Down. I always think of just the Aerosmith Going Down, but that's in Aerosmith, actually. Who needs to hear Aerosmith again? Anybody? Can we shelf Aerosmith for like 5 years and then pull it back off the shelf? Is that cool? If I didn't hear Aerosmith again for a little while, I know that I might offend somebody, but I don't mean to, but I would be okay, right? I'd probably get by. I'll get by. But don't take away I just met you. This is crazy.
I am just doing horrible.
On what? On the
chat tonight. I'm so far behind.
Oh, well, I think the chat's moving quickly. Like people are. Number one, we have a very literate audience.
I went back in the chat to try to grab all the songs that we had that had already been entered, right? And so,
right. Yeah, John, I get you. Sometimes, especially I got these ear things in. I'm here. I'm really it did sound like the Star Wars theme, probably a lot more than it sounded like the beginning of. Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, but you know what? You could dub it in. We're gonna fix it in post. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get back to it. YouTube's
Do
amazing.
you have another overplayed song you're thinking about?
Seven Nation Army. That's overplayed by me as far as I play it too much with the kids. Because here's the thing, like some of the best songs are easy and they're rudimentary and they're good for teaching, but when you play it 10 times a week, you kind of get a little bit, but I still have to go in with the same positive attitude and drive. And when I'm playing the song, it's already happening. So,
Yeah.
whatever. But that was one that, we play a lot.
Well, Michael Krause's, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I can certainly agree with that. I don't ever need to hear that song ever again.
Yep, totally. And the beat is so hard. All these kids want to play it, and the beat, they're not Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl was so good when he was playing that. Yeah, that.
Oh, Dave, I was thinking about this too. Welcome to the Jungle. Right,
Yep.
because it was everywhere. It was all over MTV. It was in the movie Deadpool with Clint Eastwood, and I think Ryan was talking about this just Thursday night.
How Welcome to the Jungles
on
and everything.
Yeah, talking about that song.
Think of how much money those guys must have had, or I mean, and then they're still kind of touring. Couldn't they just stop?
Well, it's a great song. It's fun, but you've heard it just way too many times to really enjoy it. I think that song may be the epitome of this topic.
I guess because it's fun to perform. So they perform when they want and they do big ass shows. They probably aren't like only seeking the paycheck unless they were completely messed up on all of their decisions. Because you think with the syndication of those songs that you'd make money.
Yeah. So Ryan says he's going to play Wonderwall.
Oh, that one was definitely. See, that's one that you could hear and be like, oh, reminisce, but that was played out when it was super popular.
Yeah.
And
so Ben's not having any of it. He says he only listens to deep cuts. He hates the hits. Stays away.
Not a hit. I listen to everything. I listen to the hits, stupid pop, deep cuts, to like songs that like bands that people don't usually know. But like, oh, Keith. Keith is funny, dude. Keith is at the top of the chat. He says he got lonely on Seth's chat.
Go ahead, throw it up. Throw it there.
Yeah, Keith. If you're over on my channel, it's a lonely place. Unless you're dual streaming, my friend. There's no one to talk to. I guess I should tell my brother. I think my brother knows because he was in this chat earlier.
Well, that's why he's in this chat.
Because he knows that
he knows it's on your channel.
I don't think it even shows my chat, right? We'd have to hit, or I'd have to click.
No, it's in here. We should see everybody in either one.
In either chat. Okay.
Okay, so General Admission says Smooth from Santana. He just can't listen to it anymore.
Oh, because you're just like the ocean under the moon. I like the songs that you can recite the lyrics, but you can do it like with a serious face. You can do it like in a meeting, like you've prepared. And like I'm a teacher, so I might say to people, I want you guys all to know that I believe that children are our future. And we should teach them well, and we should let them lead the way. And if we try, we can.
Wow. Listen to that. I love it.
Come on, man.
I've heard it too many times.
To make it easier.
Oh, so NBC Rich says, any ballad by Phil Collins or Sussudio?
Oh, Sussudio.
Yeah, I
Yep.
can see that one. Yeah, I could go the rest of my life without hearing that song for sure.
Oh, and the stupid video with the stupid puppets. All of your
That was
dumb puppets.
Land of Confusion. Nah, that was Land of Confusion with
Oh,
the
that
puppet.
was Land of Confusion. I think didn't he have more than one puppet video? Because here's the thing: once you made a whole shitload of puppets, you got to use them more than once.
Well,
They're
Michael Krause,
reusable.
he got sick of Joey by Concrete Blonde, and he absolutely loves Concrete Blonde.
Oh, yep. Oh, there's so many of these songs. Okay, I got another one came in. I'm only happy when it rains. Man, out on that song. That band is so garbage. They're so good. Their guitarist and the singer are so good. I'm only happy when it
Hello there,
rains.
Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Rezer.
What up,
Reader's
Stever?
Way.
Nice.
I love it. Yep. So everybody is
Moving and
wishing
grooving.
Zach Song
Yeah,
a
hit
happy
us up.
birthday in the chat because it is Zach Song's birthday.
Zach,
Rico's
how old are
giving
you,
us a
Zach?
whole list here.
Yep, here we go. Jungle.
Yeah, Zach, how old are you today?
Yep.
But Rico's giving us a whole list. Welcome to the Jungle, Stairway, Freebird, Back in Black, and probably about 10 Journey songs.
Yep.
And I bet on the top of that Journey list is Don't Stop Believing.
Well, I'm a San Francisco native. That's our team song.
Mm-hmm.
They play that. You can't watch a Giants game without I don't really watch Giants games anyway, but it is it's on commercials and you know what I mean around here for the Giants because they licensed that song. Ugh, such a good song, and you can't. It's too much.
Well, these guys are being brutal because, like, okay, I can see this one too. I can see Wonderful Tonight. You see Rich.
You look wonderful tonight. Yeah,
Yep.
anything Eric Clapton can go. We can put Eric Clapton can go right next to Aerosmith. I'm sorry, but there's enough people better than him that are nicer than him. He's had a kind of terrible life a little bit, so maybe he paid for some of his dickheadish stuff. But I'd say
Brent is just getting he's getting mean. Everything by Boston.
Oh, well, here's the thing about Boston. Aren't they like they did some amazing stuff with recording engineering, right? They were pioneers in that area. Am I wrong or am I thinking another band? I'm thinking it's Boston. They were recording pioneers with some of the ways that they recorded. So even some of their songs you might hate, but I get it. They had to do it. What up, Josh?
Welcome in, Josh Tanberg.
30 minutes in is just where we begin. That's where I'm a half beer down.
This was 15 minutes ago, so he's.
Oh, okay. Well, damn it! Now you got to suffer through all of that just to get to this. Anyway, this is pretty good time here talking about all these songs that.
And welcome in, William Silva. I'm so sorry I missed you.
Yep, songs that we don't mind hearing, but we hear them and we're like, oh, don't need to ever hear that one again. But it's good. I get it. I have to hear Paula Abdul more. I'm thinking I might show. I can't shelf her. Sorry, she's too good. Yep.
Oh my! Let me see if
I any song that I can get on the radio in the Geo, I have to just listen to it because I was lucky enough to have the radio work. It works on and off. Sometimes you have to like move the door a little bit or for the speaker to like work. I did say speaker. Speaker.
Steve Rezer says, "Play Something You Know" is my most requested song to a bar band.
Play something that you can play, right? Hey, play something
you guys actually know how to play, please. Yes.
You know, it's funny. You really want to piss them off? Go up and say, "Hey, can you guys tune? Can you please tune?" They're out of tune, and you can point at them, and that's like a real dickheadish thing. But it's like you're out of tune, so I get to do that as a music teacher in the room. I'm like, I can walk around. If you hear a guitar grossly out of tune, why are you sitting here playing with the rest of the band? Tune your guitar. Crazy, killing me.
Yeah, and Earl says, "Africa" by Toto.
Ooh, but what about Africa? The Exact Copy by Weezer. They did the exact. Doesn't Weezer's done a whole bunch of remakes now just to financially help people. They just do a remake and give you the money. It's
Yeah,
great.
there you
I
go.
need to have them redo Seth Presley. I Need You Now. Somebody needs to send them an email and say, hey, Presley could use a shot in the arm. If you guys don't mind fucking re-recording this deal, take it 20 minutes. It took him 15, and then I could be financially stable. That'd be
Well,
River.
ZD351 says that Charles and Me song or whatever it's called is a bit grating.
Right? It is. It's
Oh my!
people just can't. What are you talking about?
And
All
you
right,
just
this is the first. We're blocking you.
and
God damn it.
you have to listen to it for 58 whole seconds.
No, yep. God damn it, you're blocked, John. Talking shit about my song. That's the best. All right, let's talk about this. How many theme songs have you heard, guitar related theme songs for their shows that are like that? I know I kind of stole the riff. I get it. But come on, that is a hit, and you know it. That's sorry to react so strongly, John. I know I probably like you, but that is a hit.
Well, Randy is adding in I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith for sure.
Yeah. No, on the shelf. Don't want. Oh my
Well,
God. Now,
BC Rich is so right. The heat is on.
oh, anything by that guy too. Who's that? Huey Lewis. Huey
No,
Lewis.
that's not.
That's not Huey Lewis.
Oh no,
The
no.
heat is on. Who sings that? Eddie Money.
I can't. No, is that Eddie Money? Why am I drawing a blank on this? But no,
It's not Huey Lewis. Glenn Frey.
is it Glenn Fry?
Glenn Frey. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Well, that was a one-hit wonder. What other songs did Glenn have?
Eagles. No.
The heat is on. Well, at least now that's used in a lot of commercials for like hot potato chips and other things like that. Like, is the licensing? Maybe he made some money. Mm-hmm.
Hey there, Sean. How you doing? He says, if I ever hear bad news again, I'm gonna puke.
Oh, don't know. I see. That's one I haven't heard in so long that if I actually heard the song, not a part of it being used in some kind of thing, if I just was the song, be like, oh, but you're right. It's used in everything because it represents a thing. You play that song and it's like a soundtrack for being cool.
There you go. And Josh says, is my song Lowrider? I don't know. Can you not stand to hear it anymore?
Oh, right.
I guess it would get played a lot at car shows, right?
But there's so many versions of that, so you could listen to it 10 times and it would be different versions. So no big deal.
And Dave Trace is saying Crazy Train. Yeah, I think I could probably go quite a while without having to hear that.
But I wouldn't want to shelf Ozzy. So we're talking about shelving Aerosmith. We're talking about shelving.
Well, you don't have to shelf the whole catalog.
Nope. For me, I'll throw the whole band up there. Whole band on there. But I'm only throwing it up there. It's a 5-year time capsule is what I'm doing. And I'm not going to listen to them for 5, because then maybe in 5 years I could like think about it again. Do I like them? You know?
Well, Matt's got an interesting one. He says, more human than human, White Zombie.
Ooh.
It was on every show and movies and all on the radio for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That guy did pretty good for himself. He's chilling now. Rob Zombie doing cool stuff. That's, good career. That's a success story for that guy. Great job. Well done. Enjoy your success.
And Blue Mox is saying many Kiss songs. Won't miss that ever.
Yeah, but dude, a couple of my favorite songs I put on are a Ozzy song, and then another one like No More Tears, and then a Kiss song, Lick It Up. God, 2 of the best rock songs, dude. 2 of the best rock songs. Lick It Up is a badass song. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I said it.
So Rico is giving us a Sweet Child, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Don't Stop Believing. And
Guess what?
And Bohemian Rhapsody is another one that was definitely on my list. It's been in the movies, it's on the radio, it's on all the time, and it is a truly great song. But I
Right.
don't need to hear it anymore.
Right. No, I get it. Sweet Child of Mine. You know what? One person no one has mentioned, which is amazing because, Randy and I were talking about him earlier today. No one has said anything from Prince. We're leaving Prince alone. And I want to remind the studio here that I'm not putting shit on a shelf for 5 years. I'm not killing anybody. I know Aerosmith and they're fucking amazing. And I know a lot of my licks are probably interpreted through trying to sound like what's his name? The other guitarist dude. Perry. He's got that bluesy style humbucker all day. Mm-hmm. So good. But you got to shelf somebody. You got to draw. You know what I mean? I'll let my little brher like Aerosmith.
I love the things they're starting to roll out now. Now that we're like further into the show, and the first thought everybody said. So Ben's like anything from Jagged Little Pill.
That is funny. Yes, that was talk about played out album, right? But also so good on guitars. Also really well recorded. So, but then you're a guy for deep cuts, so you could go through and maybe find us one song on there that is not popular that you could enjoy. So good. She's Alanis Morissette.
And Randy brought in "Come On Eileen," which is another one I can completely agree with.
I will walk out of a bar if it's like that kind of bar, right?
That kind of bar.
That kind of bar. Footloose. I love Footloose, but it's one of those ones. I've heard it now. I wanted it real bad for one birthday, but now that time's passed. I think but you hear it and then you're like, all right, probably don't have to hear it again.
Mm-hmm. And Blue Mock says when anything Bob Dylan comes on, he just immediately switches the channel.
Yeah, I can hear that. A lot of people don't like the singing style, which is like upsets people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend's kid thought he was a rock god. Yes, dude, Dastardly Dave. That's what we do because and for that, I'm so thankful for songs from the White Stripes and songs like "We Will Rock You" that can help teach the basic rudimentary thing, and the kids can sound good and like it. Yeah. I am the only one that thought that the Foo Fighters should. Oh yeah, maybe they should have one. Yeah. I mean, they could have, right? Dave would have maybe avoided a little bit of trouble. He's in some trouble right now. Oh, boy.
Yeah. And so Patrick tries to sing the Juicy Fruit song.
Oh, God. Hold on. I should know it. If it's annoying and I could potentially annoy people with it, you'd think I would know it. I'd have it right in my bag of tricks.
Well, I guess we know what you're doing tomorrow.
Do you know the Juicy Fruit song?
No, it's not actually striking a chord with me here.
Fuck. And now I gotta know. Now Sarah's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm searching up the Juicy Fruit song, of course. And I'm gonna re-record it because apparently we need a new goddamn theme song. Thanks, John. I'm just kidding.
And Sean Hockey is saying "Smoke on the Water." There's one he could do without hearing again.
Right. So these are all songs we do like, John, just so you know. It's but like when we hear them, we're like, oh man, that song was overplayed. And boy, I might not need to hear it again.
There was
for a while.
Ryan Hall had a comment and I missed it. I saw it, I was going to show it and then I forgot and scrolled by it. But Ryan's is "Achy Breaky Heart."
Oh, yep. 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 Somebody was telling me too, had a long comment that was saying, Seth, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Here, this is a new person for me anyway. So I want to make sure to acknowledge.
Sure.
Yeah, I get it, dude. Yeah, you may be throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Some of those bands, which are probably I was talking about Aerosmith and a couple other I said put up there, have a huge catalog. You need to listen to their deep cuts and find out that they are super amazing, which I agree. But yeah, I get it. I don't know if there's a lot of excuses. How about this? Send me a recommendation of a deep cut that I could go into that you think would impress me. That's what I did for Randy the other day. I sent him a song that I was like, oh, this is Toad the Wet Sprocket, but you never think it's Toad the Wet Sprocket. If Randy's still here, chat in there and tell me what you think, because it's like a little bit different sounding, cool thing. I like it when people.
I think that's some of what we miss now with the way songs are released, right? Because before you would buy the album or the cassette or the CD, and you would listen to it from start to finish.
An adventure of audio joy.
You know, and you would go all the way through. And so, that's when, of course, the ones that get played on the radio, they become the hits. And then those deep cuts are the ones you fall in love with, some of them, right?
And then the hits get, so here's what happened for me with Aerosmith, probably. The hits started to, for me, identify the band. And so since I heard the hits, and I'm never, you guys know me well enough to know I'm not buying a bunch of freaking albums. I don't buy albums. So like, I was like, here's the hits that I hear. I don't want to close my eyes. Well, I don't know if I'm buying that album because, there's also Stone Temple Pilots is on the rack. So if I'm buying one or the other, right, I'm getting that one. So I think I missed some of their deep cuts. And also I didn't have tons of friends sharing music with me as a kid because I was surfing and just out doing my own thing away from others, kind of in that way. And no one was like, listen to this. This is cool. Not until later.
Awesome. So Matt is saying anything from Third Eye Blind is just not something he wants to listen to.
That's so funny. San Francisco band. I like it.
And Randy Crooks brings up, what about Wild Thing?
So here's a deep cut for Third Eye Blind. If you don't like Third Eye Blind because they played too much, and I get it, there is a band called Bully by Kevin Cadigan, who is the guitar player for Third Eye Blind. So there's a band that has a little bit heavier twist, and I think they only did one album because that's what happens, when you're a follow-up to Third Eye Blind. But they had a good sound. My buddy played drums for him, and they were really good. Bully with Kevin Cadigan.
Sean Hockey does not have to hear We Are the World again or anything like Jackson.
There is a funny video of, when they had everybody singing in the same studio, We Are the World for the video of it. There's a clip of Michael Jackson watching all these other people sing their parts, and the look when they're zoomed in on his face as these other people are singing, because some of them are like Cyndi Lauper, right? She can sing, but she's got a unique style, not like Michael Jackson, who hits every note perfectly and like traverses around everything musically and is like perfect. And he lays down that first thing that is perfectly beautiful, and then Cyndi Lauper says, "Yeah, the world," and he's just like, the look on his face is just like, holy, this is happening. He was having an autistic moment. He was like, it was great.
All right, Hits has given us a pretty good list here.
Okay,
Tears in Heaven.
Oh,
right.
Yep. Yeah, he's on the shelf.
Angie and the Stones, Hard Pass as well.
Angie and the Stones. That one's, I'm not catching.
I'm not familiar with that one either, but I can certainly agree with them about Tears in Heaven.
Oh yeah, totally. And that's also just a glimpse. That was like from a tragic thing in his life, right? But still, we're shelving you, Eric. You sold your guitar for enough money. We're putting you on the shelf, bud. You sell your guitar for that much money, you get shelved.
And Dastardly Dave says Mickey.
Oh, too much clapping. Anything with more. I have claps in my song too. In my I Need You Now, which no one ever needs to listen to again. There's claps in that, but they're strategically placed, and there's not more than 20 claps. Any song with more than 20 claps in it, on the shelf.
So John thinks we're this is all a bit negative here, and if he likes a song, he wants to hear it. And all the songs I don't want to
Look,
hear are the songs or artists I don't like.
I get,
I get
we
that.
get it.
I
But
get
you'll see at some point. You're gonna listen, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is what they were talking about," and then you'll know that. I mean, we're only discussing songs we love, but that we've been overexposed. Like maybe John hasn't been married for a for a long time, and doesn't know that you can be in love and suffer from overexposure.
BC Rich has another one that you don't want to hear. Smuggler's
Oh shit! Is
Blues.
my wife in the chat, Charles? You haven't seen Sarah in here, have you?
I haven't, not yet.
Thank God.
But I'm
She's
way.
not. I
We've
think she
already
unfollowed me.
established I'm way behind in the chat. So
Oh shit! I'm scrolling. That's you see. I'm scrolling down.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, John. So John does like us. Look, sorry. He sees that my Cindy Lauper impression was spot on. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. All right, that was very much towards the front.
Charles Green opens Sat Sunday if you want to do an unboxing Monday. He has a very busy next week. Okay.
Oh wow.
So basically he is because I was telling Michael that maybe we can get together and do a live unboxing and it'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Looks like he's open Saturday and Sunday if we want to do that. So it'd be interesting.
I wonder if I should start. Hey, squirrel. What's up, dude? If I should start filming my my boxing videos when I send guitars out, so people know it was boxed all perfect. I don't know. Wait, is Quentin in here? I see John saying QFJ.
Well,
but I didn't see Quentin.
We've established I'm way behind chat. I haven't seen Quentin
Okay.
yet, but we do have and 36 solo.
What? Oh, nice. What up, Hans?
Gotta love it.
We had, I just have to search for Quentin here real quick because I think he was in here. Yeah, he is in here. We have, what we should do next week, Charles, or the week after? We should send out our link for the show on the chat, early in the chat, and then have people come through. Like we can run the green room, right? Or is our green room like uncontrollable? When somebody's in there, they have all power.
Well, no, once they come in, they're in the green room, and you can
bring them in,
or you can either pull them in or not. Yeah.
Yeah. So we could do that, and that might be fun. We have interactive, fun with friends time on Guitar Safari.
So Josh is saying Sweet Caroline for him.
Oh.
And BC Rich 581 said something to talk about from Bonnie Raitt.
Ooh, see, these are all great songs that I don't need to hear again. But I do want to hear the version that's done in Step Brothers when he's asked to sing, and he does he do that song?
Yes, they have.
And he sounds just like Fergie and Jesus. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Han 36 solo says Purple Rain.
Ooh, so somebody finally said Prince. Prince was untouched. Prince was untouched until minute 53:30 something. So he was pretty much.
Well, the actual time on that one, it came in at 8:41.
So 41 minutes in. Wow. So Prince made it the longest. I think we pretty much punched everybody else that exists.
Yeah, we've given Jay Turner welcome in. He's given
what up,
Black
Jay?
Guy to Guns N' Roses. We've given them a couple. BC Rich
Jay Turner, that's not my neighbor, is it?
Just brought up Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, Cheryl Crow's Feet. People usually call her Cheryl's Crow's Feet. But the thing I like about Sheryl Crow, she got famous from doing open mics and just being good, which is cool. Yeah, time surfing. I hear you. Anything but except for the song Style.
All right. And Bo says Elvira. He never wants to hear it again.
Papa Mau Mau.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that has a Papa Mau Mau in it gets to play. It comes. It's off the shelf. Papa Mau Mau. Papa. I need to write something with a Papa in it or a Mau Mau. You know.
And so John is settling down. He says, like, settle down. I was just kidding about the theme song.
Good. No, because that's how you know somebody's your friend, when they're going to pick on the thing that they know is going to kind of firecracker you a little bit and then bring you back. No, come back to earth, man. I was just digging your ditch.
There's Quentin
That's good.
James. See?
Yeah, Quentin James. What did you miss?
49.
A little bit of this.
A little bit like
And you missed the myrrh.
you missed her.
The myrrh.
Oh, Keith H says Toys in the Attic. What do you think about that?
I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm only 41 years old.
He's not 41. He's just trying to act cool.
Oh, time surfing alien is so right. Just a gigolo.
Just a gigolo.
But it wasn't a great song to begin with, though. It doesn't. But I don't ever want to hear that.
Well, I'd say, some people that you can tell by the way that I use my walk. Mm-hmm. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Staying alive. Does anybody need to hear Staying Alive again?
So Mesa Guitar Guy says swinging.
Swinging. What song is that? Swinging. I'm trying to think of the it's on the tip of not my tongue but the tip of my brain.
The fucking chicken dance.
Oh yeah. The Cotton Eye Joe song. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. They're terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. So there are some. Now we could just move into songs we just plain hate. That we just want. We've actually considered finding the person and making
the final
them
3 minutes. Oh, and don't forget, Charles Green is coming on after us.
Fantastic. Somebody's gonna. Are you playing guitar?
I don't know.
Come on, Charles. You're playing guitar, right? Or you're talking. It's either. If you're talking, that's entertaining too. But you are a shredder. Everybody wants it. Not like when I play. Number one, the audio is terrible. Number two, the guitar is marginal. But the other night when I was playing pretty darn good and thought I was going off, my audio was bad. So can't really use any of it. Anyway.
So they're coming on here real quick. And let me grab it. So Charles Green is going to be on here in about 3 minutes. And so follow him. Go on over there and check out his show. Him and Mitch are going to have a good time over there.
Nice. Like, subscribe, hang out. Whoa, you double texted that. That's great.
Steve's got one good one. Keep your hands to yourself from the Georgia Satellites.
Yeah. Well, there are many artists that are top-notch quality people we love, and their success has brought us joy, but also a little bit of aggravation.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the kind of sad thing about this particular topic is they're great songs. You're talking about these are songs that we loved, and they just
too much
overweight.
This is delicious. And
remember when they took the song Beatles song Revolution and it went on the Nike commercials?
Yes.
It's like I never have to hear that song again. Right?
Yeah, because it became so. This is delicious and wonderful, and it gets you a little bit buzzed. It's beautiful. 10 of them.
Hey, Mitch, we're getting out of your way here in a minute.
No problem. What?
I was just telling Mitch Heyman is on his way here in a minute.
Yep. What the Mitch Heyman? So it's Mitch Heyman hanging out with Charles Green?
Yeah, he is on with Charles Green in 1 minute.
Playing guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Or we don't know. Talking like us or playing guitar.
No, Mitch plays pretty well. He'll play a song or two on the show, sure.
Nice. Yeah, he's going to be doing a couple of bends. Get up there on the 10th and do like this.
Well, he just has to put this out there. Summer Nights for Life. No one gets tired of that.
Right? No one's going to get tired.
There was a time where everybody got really tired of Jump. Right.
Yeah. Well, everybody got tired of David Lee Roth, and that's completely understandable. But if you pull the lyrics out, you'd be fine. But one song that we know for sure that no one is tired of, and one song that everybody would want to hear over and over and over again until their dying day? Probably at their funeral. Is what song, Charles? What song would all of our fans like to hear at the 1 minute mark? I mean, the 1 hour mark that they could hear every week for the rest of their life.
I think I know the song you're talking about.
It just brings me joy. Come on, people. Charles and me. About to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down, one volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer and turn on your phone. 'Cause it's about to go down, one volume,